Good morning Year 4 and welcome to this week's home learning, and today we're going to focus on spelling. Last week you looked at suffixes, and we all know that a suffix is a group of letters that are added at the end of a root word to change its meaning. Last week you looked at the suffix ation, which changed or added to verbs and formed and made them into nouns. So your verbs became nouns by using the suffix ation. How many words can you remember from last week? I'm going to give you 20 seconds to write down as many as possible. Okay, now we're going to go through and see if you remembered any of the suffix words ending in ation that you did last week. So we have adoration, admiration, coronation, detonation, observation, location, generation, exploration, combination, and illustration. Well done if you got any of those words. Now we're going to move on to the words we're looking at this week, and they are Lee words. And I know definitely my class will know about this, but I'm sure all classes know that lots of words ending in Lee are adverbs. Lee words are also suffixes, and they are adverbs, which means they add or modify the verb. So we know that all our adverbs are going to be suffixes because they are a group of letters added to the end of our root word to change its meaning. Today we're focusing on Lee. An example would be, here my root word is sad, which is an adjective. If I add my suffix Lee, it creates the adverb sadly. Now, there are some rules when we're looking at the spelling of our adverbs. If the root word ends in Y, then you have to change the Y to an I and add ly. An example would be, our root word is merry, and that ends in a Y. We would have to change the Y for an I, and then for that I, and then add ly. So your root word there here is going to add ily, I, and then add the ly. If the root word ends in an le, you need to change the le to an ly. So our example here would be sensible, which ends in an le, becomes sensibly. So we're changing our le for an ly. The le becomes an ly. For the other endings, you just add ly on the end. For example, sad becomes sadly. We're adding our ly to the end of the word. Let's look at the adverbs we are going to be learning this week. Here, you need to draw a line from each word to the correct ending to turn these words into adverbs. I'll look at a couple of examples with you. Sad, because it ends in a D, we just have to add ly. So sad will become sadly. So we're going to draw a line to this box here. Gentle ends in an le. And we all know that we have to change an le to an ly. So we're going to have to draw a line to this box here. And then happy ends in a y. And we know we have to change the y for an I and add ly. So for happy, we're going to draw a line to this box here. Please try and draw a line to the correct endings. Okay, let's look at the answers. We know for sad we have to add ly and it becomes sadly. For complete we have to add an ly and it becomes completely. For wild we have to add an ly, and it becomes wildly. For brave, we also have to add an ly, and it becomes bravely. For gentle, we have to change the le to a ly, so it becomes gently. For foolish, we have to add an ly again, and it becomes foolishly. For proud, we also have to add an ly, and it becomes proudly. For horrible, we have to change the le to an ly, so horrible becomes horribly. For nervous, we have to add an ly, it becomes nervously. And for happy, we have to change the y for an I and add ly, so it's going to be add ily for happily. Give a tick to all the answers you got right, or if you drew a correct line to the correct box, give yourself a tick. And then please write out these adverbs. Finally, you could maybe try and use these adverbs in a sentence to help you remember the further spellings of these adverbs tomorrow. Good luck!